Section 2. Video 2. Hello World. We have three main objectives in this video. 1. We will display Hello World using pure HTML. 2. We will display Hello World using pure JavaScript. 3. We will display Hello World using React, and compare the imperative JavaScript and declarative React coding approaches. Let's say we want to show the text Hello World as a heading on a web page. First, make sure your local development server is running in terminal. We will start on our blank index.html page in the public folder. Using pure HTML, we could create a minimal web page. Save the file and see the header text Hello World display on our web page. This is a static web page. To make a web page dynamic, we need to use JavaScript to manipulate the DOM. For example, we could add a div with an ID instead of the h1 element, so that we can add DOM nodes to it. Now, to use JavaScript on a web page, we can add a script tag at the bottom of the document's body. We can refer to the div we added using the getElementById method on the document. Now, we can create an element node for our header, using the createElement method on the document. We also need to create a text node, using the createTextNode method on the document. Using the appendChild method, we can add the text node to the header node. Finally, we can add the header node to the root node. Save the file and see Hello World display on our page, as before. Create React app automatically injects any JavaScript in our source index.js file into the body of our public index.html page. So, we can remove the JavaScript and the script tags from our index.html file. And instead, add the same JavaScript code to our index.js file. As before, create the nodes first. Then, append the nodes to each other in the correct order. Save the file and Hello World still appears. Writing JavaScript to manipulate the DOM is very imperative in style. As a developer, you must write code to specify each step necessary to create nodes, and then append nodes in the correct order. React makes it more simple. First, we will delete the imperative JavaScript code. We will import two packages. The first library we will import is React. The second library we will import is React DOM. As we did in our pure JavaScript code, we will target our root div node on our public index.html page. Next, we will use our React library to create a React-specific element that represents an h1 header with Hello World text. We will explain React's createElement method in more detail in the next video. Finally, we will use our React DOM library to render the element to the root node. Save the file. As before, we can see Hello World in our browser. This code can be made even simpler by rewriting the React element. Save the file and see that everything is unchanged in the browser. The h1 element added here is not HTML. It is JSX. JSX is a syntax extension to JavaScript, which enables us to write HTML-like syntax within React. Within Create React App, a library called Babel compiles JSX to regular JavaScript code. You can see that React is declarative in style. As a developer, instead of creating the header and text nodes, and then appending them to the root node explicitly, you create the header and its text using React's createElement method, or using JSX, and let React DOM render them within the root div of the HTML page. In other words, we as developers declare what we want to have show on the page, and React takes care of rendering it. To summarize, in this video, we showed Hello World on a web page using pure HTML, pure JavaScript, manipulating the DOM imperatively, and using React, which uses a declarative style. In the next video, we will look at React's createElement method in more detail.